Minister of State for Electronic and Information Technology, Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, Rajeev Chandrasekhar Nagaland Aigina, Woka Rosanimbo today visit Krigina Aji Dimapur Government College Day, Aigina students kan logude interactive session lushe, New India for Young India, the Charity of Opportunities taga topic loigina. Interactive session day, Minister pra Dimapur Government College to Skill Hub wanabo koishe.
When you are doing your BA, when you are doing your BCom, and as the new program starts for science, don't forget or don't ignore the opportunity to do some skilling. Do some skill certification. Learn some other skills, because a degree is knowledge, but skills is experience and skills is capability. And increasingly we are encouraging students to do degrees plus skill certificates. And I'm happy because the OSD also mentioned it, and my friend Monlumo also mentioned. I will certainly consider making this college a skill hub where the students can take skill certification programs as well.
How can this talent be converted into skills and provide job opportunities for the young Nagas? Thank you.
Thank you for the question. And in the last 2.5 years, as you know, we were all busy fighting the pandemic, the disease. And there is a case that people make that we have taken our eyes off skill development. We did not do enough in the last 2.5 years on skilling and jobs. And frankly, it is not untrue, but our priority in the last 2.5 years as governments, as people, was to protect ourselves from the disease. Going into the future, you will see that Nagaland working, the government of Nagaland working with the government of India will address not just skills, but also address a larger issue of investments and jobs. And I mentioned to somebody in the media meet recently, just a few hours ago, that the Prime Minister has recently cleared a program where every part of Nagaland will have minimum 4G connectivity in the coming months. So the issue of digital connectivity, which is so important for young students, will be addressed. Investments will create jobs, skillings will create opportunities, and we have to go down this path of basically saying for every district we should have a distinct skill development plan so that the local opportunities and the local youth can do different things in different districts. So we have a plan, as they say, stay tuned.
So my question is, sir, you have earlier stated about the next waves of unicorn would come from second to third tier cities. But sir, in difficult terrains like Nagaland, infrastructure is very challenging, even in cities like Dimapur and Kohima. So I in particular and we in general would like to know how is government of India is trying to address this very matter.
Look, first of all, let me say one thing. The most important requirement for success is the desire for success. Most success stories have happened not because everything was available, the connectivity, the infrastructure, all of it is available, and then you become successful. So don't believe that, but I agree that infrastructure is an important enabler for success. I will give you one example, and Mr. Kikon recognizes this very well. In Kohima, when we started the STPI Startup Center, and I came in November 2021 to inaugurate it, if I remember. There were 5 floors building, and there was one company with 3 people. Okay? No, you sit, there's no formality. But today, the whole building is full. Nothing has changed. So, in my opinion, you will see digital connectivity improve, you will see roads improve, you will see investments improve. But don't wait for that. These startups and next big ideas are going to come from the tier 2, tier 3 cities. I would like the next unicorn to come from Nagaland. And I hope that the unicorn will come from amongst you. And there is, in my opinion, look, I'm being serious, there is nothing that stops today a young Naga from performing at the same level of innovation, same level of success. And it doesn't have to be in technology, it could be in agriculture, it could be organic food, it could be so many different things. So being an entrepreneur, being a successful entrepreneur should be first something that you aspire to. I want to succeed. I will try this. I will not fear failure. And 90%, 85% of startups fail. But that is the way it is. That is the nature of the game. That is the nature of the beast. So I do not agree with you that there is no startups in Nagaland. We are seeing that in many places. Yes, it is true that more of the remote districts don't have the same access to opportunities and the same awareness. We are trying to change that.
My question is, as per the World Report in 1st December 2015, India, we are blessed as the 131 position out of 167 nations. So sir, my one important question is that, what is the India's position in the global arena in terms of electronics and information technology? And sir, why India markets are flooded with foreign goods, especially in electronics? That's my question, sir.
I think it's a very important question because in 2014, when Prime Minister Narendra Modi became Prime Minister, we used to import every mobile phone consumed in India. Every phone was imported. Today, we export from India, we manufacture and export from India iPhones, Samsung Galaxies, to the US, to Europe, to Middle East and to Asia. In 2014, the total production of mobile phones in India was $2.5 billion. And today, 8 years on, the total production is over 35 billion. How many times? 15 times. 10 days ago, I'm sure youngsters today are avidly watching the iPhone 14, and iPhone 14 was launched 7 days ago, 8 days ago. 8 days ago, the iPhone 14 was launched in Cupertino, California, in the USA, by Tim Cook, the CEO of Apple. And tomorrow, the iPhone is going to be launched in India, manufactured in India, in a factory in Chennai. So to tell you where we are in terms of electronics, we are one of the fastest growing and most trusted electronics manufacturing countries in the world. Yes, China for 30 years has dominated that space, but today India is becoming a very rapidly growing electronics major, and it's the Prime Minister's vision. And he said this in January of 2022 as well, that post-COVID, the world's consumers want a trusted country to buy their electronics from. They don't want a country from where they buy a phone and worry that the phone is tapping their conversation, sending the data back wherever. So they want trusted geographies for manufacturing, and India is going to be that. And our target, we are this year $75 billion in manufacturing. Our target that the Prime Minister has given us in 2025, that is 2 years from now, 2.5 years from now, we will reach 300 billion. 300 billion, to give you an estimate, is 25 lakh crores is going to be the manufacturing in India. And in 2014, 10 years ago, it was 1 lakh crores. So in a space of 9 years, we would have grown the electronics industry 25 times.